At Bayswater, we offer a 8-week career preparation program. It's essentially a add-on to studying the premium package. So students will do general English, they will do one of our professional certificates, and they can also sign up to the work placement program. Essentially, it's made up of 8 career-focused employability modules. It runs over 8 weeks. And it provides one-to-one coaching, job search support, and also we will make sure that all of the students on the programme secure at least 3 interviews within the hospitality sector. We don't guarantee jobs, that's down to the student, but we do everything we can to prepare students for success. Um, these are some of our partners. Obviously, the Dorchester is our favourite. And this is in the UK and Canada. And this is a quick overview of some of the types of modules that the students will be focused on. Largely, it's around CV, resume, um, interview skills, preparing for the difference in work culture in the UK and in Canada, um, growing confidence, growing the soft skills required to work in that environment, um, and really just giving students the confidence to apply for jobs in a new country because it is quite a challenge. And here is some of our current placements, so past students that have been at Bayswater and have now secured jobs in some of the top hotels. Um, so that's it on the presentation. I can answer any further questions about the programme, but what I would like to do is get over to our guests and learn a bit more. So, Didi,
Hello,
first
good
of all,
morning.
can you tell us, like, what makes, well, first of all, the Dorchester so special, but what is so different about the luxury hospitality sector?
I think what kind of like makes Dorchester stand out in general from the other luxury hotels and is our we care culture. And what we mean by that is we really care about our employees the same way that we care about our guests.
Yeah,
And I believe a lot of hotels put the guest in the center of everything they do, which is important, of course. But for us, putting our employees in the heart of everything we do is most important, because what this means is happy employees who are motivated and supported by the managers and by the company to succeed and deliver exceptional service.
absolutely. And I think it's one of the differences as well for because obviously students can come to the UK and find their own jobs. They don't need to come to Bayswater. They don't need to go to an agent and study. But one of the things I think that is so special is that by working with like the Dorchester, for example, is that culture and actually providing such a great experience as well. So students get so much more out of it, I think, than just doing a sort of basic job somewhere else, as you say. Um,
Yeah, I'd like to
and
believe so. We really strongly believe in developing team members, giving them these opportunities. So yeah, I'd like to believe so. But yeah.
can I ask you, Connie, what was your first impression when you start on your first day when you started at the Dorchester?
Mm, Everyone is friendly.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Okay. Um, yeah, well that's a good start. And have you and of so in terms of supporting international students, obviously you have a very can you tell us about the current workforce and kind of what training you provide for perhaps entry level staff, for interns, perhaps for students that have not got that much experience in the sector, BD?
Yes, I mean, in terms of training, there is a lot of training going on within the Dorchester collection in general. Usually all new starters start on 2 days engage program, and then they kind of like have departmental training, which could last, I don't know, anything between 2 weeks to 3 months, depending on the role, of course, depending on how quick they learn. But there is a lot of, we do have L&D team in the hotel, it's based in the hotels, team of 3. They deliver a variety of trainings, which are both in person, but also online. We have a special online platform. So the trainings could be anything from the culture within the company to our values, our vision, to delivering on this exceptional service. A lot of it is around the emotional needs of our guests. So there are a variety of trainings that are accessible for team members.
So essentially, if one of our students is coming from Japan and they maybe have not worked in the luxury sector, it is possible that you can provide the training. But of course, there obviously has to be. Is there any sort of qualities or soft skills that are really important to, I guess, being successful at the Dorchester?
Yes, I think the most important is for us, technical skills or previous experience is not that important.
Yeah.
We believe that technical skills can be taught. For us, it's important people to show passion, to show their personality and their kind of like willingness to learn. As long as we have that, and team members are really, really keen to learn, we can then teach them these skills. But yes, it's individuality and personality that we really value. And that also resonates with our values. So yes, if someone has passion to learn and grow, then we'll be more than happy to provide them these opportunities.
Amazing. And what types of opportunities, because we get asked a lot from students, they want to do certain roles in the hotel, but what is like the typical sort of starting role, for example, for a new hire, like a early careers? Yeah.
So we consider hires for all opportunities, and this includes back of house role, front of house role. We have a variety of departments. We have about 52 departments within the 2 properties. So back of house role will include roles within our canteen or our Legends restaurant. So Connie actually is in this role at the moment. She is one of our stewards who help our team members with the food in the canteen. But also we have roles like back of house. Roles include roles like a room attendant. We haven't had a student yet in this role, but we do have quite a few students. We had in our F&B outlets. We have about 10 different F&B outlets. So we had students in the promenade, which is our afternoon tea room. Typically, they will start as a waiter in back of house, and the duties will include pretty much like preparation of the food, preparation of the service, running the food, and there is of course opportunities for them to grow and develop their skills further as head waiters, where they will be serving the food to guests outside, taking the orders, etc. This of course takes a little bit more. It needs a little bit more experience and understand how back of house operations runs in order to be able to move in front of house.
Absolutely. And is in terms of like getting a wide range of experience, do staff tend to move around the hotel, like to different restaurants or different roles? Is that quite common?
Yes, it is. Yes, definitely. They can support different departments, or if they're in particular role and they, for example, want to move to a completely different department. Let's just say if someone is in the F&B role and they prefer to go in front of house, we can arrange cross trainings for them first to experience and see what the role entails really. and then kind of like work together with the both departments and people and culture to come up with a path or plan in order for them to progress if they prefer to go in the other role. But I think Connie also had some experience to share with different departments. Is that correct, Connie?
Yeah.
Sometimes I help Romina with room service.
Room service as well.
Clean.
You've worked with the promenade, room service, and then you've worked in the staff canteen as well. Like, is that right?
Yeah.
And Dorchester has Japanese restaurant.
Oh,
Yes.
Sometimes I help.
Yes, that's correct. We do have Sushi Kanasaka in 45 Park Lane, which is the whole team is Japanese colleagues, and which is really nice to see. And Connie sometimes helps the Japanese restaurant as well.
I've actually visited the restaurant. It's like walking into Japan. It's amazing. I would love to have lunch there one day, but I think I need to save up.
Yes, it's a one Michelin star restaurant. Actually gained the first one Michelin star only 7 months after the opening, which was quite impressive.
Wow,
And
that's amazing.
Retain it in the next year as well. So yeah, we're really, really proud of them. Yeah.
That's fantastic. What a great experience to work in such a prestigious environment. And obviously the Dorchester is very international. Do you have quite a wide mix of different nationalities from different countries, or lots of employees that are on the youth mobility scheme?
Yes, we do have about around 67 different nationalities within our properties in the UK. We have 3 properties in the UK. So we are very, very diverse. We love diverse employees from different cultures. They bring so many interesting skills to the teams. So yes, we do have a lot of different nationalities. In terms of like youth mobility visa team members, we do have obviously students from Japan who join us, but not only from Bayswater. We do have people from Japan who join us on youth mobility visa, but from different countries as well. I think South Korea, we have Canadian colleagues on youth mobility visa, as well as Australian. So yes, we do work with quite a few different nationalities.
Do you have any, well, I don't know if Connie or you yourself, Didi, want to talk about your career, but I was going to ask you for like a sort of success story or someone's journey in their career in the hotel. I don't know if you, just to give an idea. Yeah.
Of course, yes. Well, I can share my story, maybe. I've been in hospitality for quite some time, and I actually, when I came here 18 years ago, I could not speak any English. There was no Bayswater at the time, maybe it was, but I didn't know about it. And I didn't have English classes, so I had to learn like that. And I started pretty much in back of house, polishing plates for about 8 months until I developed my English a little bit, and then I moved in front of house and a receptionist, and then I moved to people and culture. Now, when I joined the Dorchester about 4 years back, I joined as a officer, and then I was promoted to assistant manager, then talent acquisition manager, and people and culture manager. So kind of like had a good progression, and I'm very proud of that and working for such a brand. But I would like to share other team member stories as well, if it's possible. We have great success stories where line team members go on different progression plans. I think the most interesting one is our Ultimate Leaders program, which is essentially this management graduate program, which is a 1-year program and is essentially fast track to further roles. We had a lot of ULPs who started as a Ultimate Leaders program, management graduate program, and then grow in their career, moved within different properties in the collection, from France to America, back to UK, and go back to France in a quite high role in executive roles.
Wow.
Yes, yeah. So there is a lot of progression. We like to develop people, keep talent within the collection as well. If they are happy to move in, let's just say they would like to relocate, we will always to look for opportunity for them in our sister properties.
And I guess that could be an opportunity, Connie, for you. Would you like to stay in the hospitality sector when you return to Japan? Because you've got this, there's amazing new hotel opening in Tokyo in a few years.
Would you like to stay?
Yeah, I would like to stay in Dorchester.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm really actually glad to hear that because we had a chat a few days ago with Courtney, and we would love her to stay as well. And we will be working on a pathways for our Japanese colleagues who has been with us for quite some time. Our Tokyo property is to open towards the end of 2027 or the beginning of 2028, my intention is really to work with our students and Japanese colleagues, develop them, and then move them or ask them if they are interested to join our Tokyo property. If there is a slight gap, we are looking into what we can do at that time, that there is a gap between the time that they finish the visa and the opening. Because I think, Connie, when is the visa finishing?
Next April.
Yeah, so for example, Connie's visit finishes in April, so there'll be a gap between the finishing and the opening of our Tokyo property. So I was discussing with her the idea of maybe have some time, maybe 6 months or so, in our Dubai property. If that's
Wow,
interesting,
that's amazing.
Interesting for her, or if it's something that is not interesting for her, to keep in touch every couple of months and see how she's doing. And of course, when the Tokyo property opens, to give opportunities for her there as well.
You know, that's such really amazing to hear, actually, because I think at Bayswater as well, one of the things we really want to do is give students that experience, but then return and actually have a career at the end of it and a long-term outlook. And I think that's the difference with this program as well, because you could go and work in any restaurant or do any sort of menial job, but actually the fact that you've actually Coennies now potentially you've got a career here if you want it, a global career, go to Dubai, go back to Japan. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
I know you're very nervous, Coen. Very nervous, but I just wanted to ask a little bit about you had I think a very great time at Bayswater, London. What was the hardest part of the program for you in order to learn to get the job? Like, what did you find the most difficult?
Difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Job interview.
Yeah, when you were preparing for the job interview, or you were doing the work placement
I
program.
prepare a lot of things, but I'm so nervous.
I know.
I forgot everything.
Okay, that's okay. Don't worry.
I think she said job interview, and I cannot blame her because I'm actually, my previously was a recruitment manager, and I get nervous when I go for job interviews myself. So I understand totally. But
We
yes.
all do. It's totally normal. And I think that is actually why the program is so important, because interviewing at any point in your career is nerve-wracking, but interviewing in a different language, in a different country, with a different culture is a different thing altogether. And I think that's why maybe you decided to come to Bayswater, and other students have come to Bayswater to do the preparation, hopefully to get that confidence and experience and support, to actually go in front of a top hotel and secure a job. So you were very successful, Courtney, at doing that. So as much as you're nervous, I think you did very well.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think being nervous on interview only shows that you really care and you
Yeah.
really want this job. So we, even if we have someone who is nervous on interview, but they show us their personality and they really care and they want to they show passion for the job that they want to do. We're perfectly happy to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. And just in terms of like, I guess it's it changes in terms of what kind of job you're doing, but what is a typical kind of contract at the Dorchester? What kind of benefits, hours, what does a working week look like
Yes, so
for?
we have two types of contract. We have permanent contract and casual contract. Some departments have a completely casual contract, like Coine, for example, is in our stewarding department, and the entire department is on casual contract, which only means that gives them flexibility both ways. Um,
Yeah,
Flexibility for Coine if she wants to accept shifts or not, and flexibility for the managers if they have shift to give or not, basically. And we have also full-time contract, which is 40 hours per week contract. Some departments have 5 working days, 8 hours. Others are on 4 working days, 10 hours, which is the case in the promenade when the majority of the other colleagues from Bayswater are. Yes, so in terms of like benefits, there are quite a few benefits. They're slightly different for casual and full-time workers. Um, Obviously, we do have a service charge, which is paid on top of the salary, which is really nice to have. There are free night stays for our colleagues in our sister properties.
yeah, that's so cool.
Yes, yes, which is really nice benefit. The F&B discounts, I don't know if you have experienced that already, Koine, but we do have 50% F&B discounts in our F&B outlets in all properties. A lot of our colleagues enjoy that benefit
Yeah,
a lot, and have this because we have different kind of offerings when it comes to F&B, so they can experience anything from grill to Michelin star service. So it's really nice to see that. Apart from that, we have a lot of discounts, online shopping discounts for our team members. There's a lot of like benefits that we provide around well-being, including mental health. We have occupational health specialists on site, which support our team members if they need that. But also, team members have immediate access to mental health support if it's needed, confidential, of course. GP as well, kind of like almost, well, it's kind of like done by app. You contact
right.
your GP and they call you straight back. So, just for example, I had to contact a GP some time ago. I have a GP, but it took them like a maybe day to come back to me. When I called up, they called me almost immediately.
Right.
It's really nice benefit. We have eye care and dental care support, enhanced maternity and paternity pay for team members, and shared paternity pay, paternal leave as well. What else we have? A pension scheme as well, which is enhanced, which starts from day one. So yes, that's kind of like the main benefits we have. Apart from that, there's a lot of like social events going on,
Yeah.
which is important part of our employees' employment as well. There's a lot of like team outings, summer parties, winter balls, pub quiz. We had a pub quiz a couple of weeks ago as well. So there's a lot of like social events that employees can participate in and build
I
that
mean,
sense of belonging.
I said this to you before when I visited the hotel. I was like, I might just work here.
This is really nice. It's like it can get busy. There are times that team members can get busy, but it's just such a nice sense of belonging.
Yeah.
When you're busy, you're almost like energized because everything is like moving in such a nice rhythm. So yeah, it's lovely.
Amazing. And I was also going to ask as well, like, so currently there's quite a few Bayswater students working in the as servers in the promenade, is that right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Have any of the Bayswater students sort of progressed in their roles? Have they been promoted or
Yes, we haven't had someone who has progressed just yet.
yeah,
But I think Nanako is quite interested or had a conversation with Yasushi to potentially see if there is opportunity in Sushi Kanasaka, if that becomes available. So we potentially there will be opportunity to move. It hasn't happened yet, but that doesn't mean that there is no opportunities for them to grow in future. And as I mentioned to you earlier, I'll be starting next year to map this pathway for
yeah.
further development in Tokyo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I think that's why as well, when we're promoting this program, we say to students that they need to commit a minimum of 6 months. So it's not that the work is only 6 months, it's just that we want students that we put forward for interview at the Dorchester to want to commit long term because there's so much investment, as you can see from the Dorchester. There's so much investment in training and development, and there's opportunities to grow your career. So we want students that are committed as well. So that's why when we're promoting the work placement program, we ask for that commitment of 6 months for the benefit of the Dorchester as well, of course. One of the, and I think it's great to hear about all of the benefits because one of the other challenges is that obviously the living in London, coming to the UK is slightly more expensive than it used to be, especially with the current economy. So we are noticing that more students are choosing to do the youth mobility visa so they can support their learning. But from my understanding, because of the service charges, the tips, and the general salary package, that living in London is well, it's doable, it's comfortable for most
Yes.
of the students. Yeah.
Yes, I mean service charge is quite good usually, and I think it's a really nice addition to um, the wages that we pay. So yes, I think it's quite affordable for team members. At least we haven't had we haven't heard otherwise. So yes, I think in terms of like wages, we pay quite well. And you're
Yeah.
right. Yes, London is quite expensive to live in, pay bills, etc. So we do want to make sure our team members are comfortable living in the UK. I think something that we also offer to support team members is, for example, when they're like someone has to, let's just say, move to a new property. That could be quite costly because usually you have to pay two rents, etc. So we offer rental deposit, kind of like loan, which is slowly
Right.
deducted by from the salary in the way that the employees wouldn't really feel that. So that's kind of like help that we have offer as well to team members.
That's great. That's amazing. And with what kind of advice would you give to, so what do you think are the important skills, soft skills for securing a job at the Dorchester? Like what advice would you give to incoming students?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to incoming students, I think it's really important, as I mentioned to you earlier, not to focus that much on their experience because that's not what we are looking for. Experience is not the most important; it's more of how they how they present themselves, or how on their personality, how interested they to learn and grow within the company. We would appreciate if they show really nice communication, and they're warm and attentive, because these are the qualities that we're looking for in team members when it comes to service as well. So if you show these qualities during the interview, that will be amazing. Of course, we really like when candidates show awareness of who we are, of the awareness of the culture of the company, really, which is really means that they have really cared, they've done the research, and they know about the company. Attention to details is something really important when it comes to how candidates present themselves. Things like a really nice structured CV is important. LinkedIn profile, which is really polished and professional, will be something that will make the students stand out. And when they prepare for interview, I'll always advise them to think of examples before going for the interview, and think of answers, how to present the answers in a STAR module, if you heard of it.
Yes.
That's really important. And also, a lot of luxury company has started to offer the interview questions in advance. For example, we do that. Yes, that is in line with our diversity, inclusion, and belonging initiatives, and we think having giving the candidates the chance to have the interview questions in advance only mean that they will prepare well for the interview and show the best side of them, because we know interviews can be quite nerve-wracking. So we do offer that, and a lot of other companies do that. So yeah, maybe requesting these interview questions in advance will help them prepare for that.
And that's so good I think, for students that have English as a second language as well. And it can also, also at Bayswater, it helps us to best prepare the students as well with all of those things that you've mentioned, about structured CV, how to present yourself, what to expect. These are all aspects that our program focuses on to give students the best chance. And clearly it works. Okay, great. Well, this has been really, and I think another thing as well, just coming up there's varying cycles in recruitment and sort of different jobs at different times. I can imagine Christmas time's very busy, the summertime. What kind of positions do you have available at the moment?
At the moment, we have positions within our F&B department. We have waiters, I think a couple of head waiters, positions within our housekeeping department, in terms of like room attendants. We have quite a few house porter as well. I'm thinking about 45 Park Lane because I mainly oversee that, but I actually just only have 4 vacancies at 45 Park Lane, which is great. But bar waiter as well. There is no position at entry-level role at the moment in front of house, but that could easily change within the next couple of months. So these are kind of like the main roles that we have on entry level at the moment.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. And I guess, as you said earlier, the opportunity to move around departments. Because I think that's sometimes our students, they come with a very set idea about what they want to do. And I remember being 20 and being the same. Like, I want to be CEO.
Yes.
Still not there yet. No, but yeah, I think there's that kind of, very set idea. And I think one of the things that the agents and myself, we have to sort of get across is actually getting in, proving yourself, learning skills will then help you to the next step to get to what you want to do. And I think that's the opportunity to come and work in a different country, to work in London in a top brand. The transferable skills that you will get from that opportunity are just amazing, I think, and it can help students with all aspects of their career or further study as well. But hopefully, like Cooney, they want to stay with the Dorchester and carve out an amazing career in such an amazing industry.
Yes, yes, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So Cooney, thank you as well so much. I know you did really well. I know it's nerve-wracking. Um, I spoke to Heather Roberts, who is our professional courses director at Bayswater, London, and she remembers Cooney really well. And she's so proud of what you've achieved at the Dorchester and that you're doing really well. And she says hello. Um, and you really you really did amazing to get through the interviews and you improved your English and it's just so great to see your success as well. So thank you for coming today and representing Bayswater.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much, Didi, as well. So I don't know if there's any questions from our agencies, but we do have quite a few events coming up. We have an event in Taiwan next week where we'll be focused on the work placement program. We are potentially looking to do events in Japan as well. Maybe with the Dorchester, we're going to ask to kind of promote the hotel opening, but also to promote getting skills and working in London. So we are going to be doing a lot more work with our agencies over the coming year to promote the opportunity for young people to come to the UK and Canada. But Wasim, I don't know if there's any questions or.
We don't have any questions in the chat, but it has been a really informative session. But I don't know if you want to give the opportunity for Connie to maybe say something in her native language, Japanese, if she really wants to.
Corinne, that would be if you'd like to say something in Japanese about your experience, like studying at Bayswater, the what you found good, what you found challenging, and your time at the Dorchester. Do it all in Japanese. That would be because we've got quite a few Japanese companies here. That would be amazing.
私いっぱいインタビューとか受けてきたんですけど、なんかどこも失敗しちゃったんですけど、なんかみんな言うのは自信持ってって言ってました。でも本当にドーチェスターはいい会社でみんな寄り添ってくれるし、みんなフレンドリーで働きやすい環境だなって思います。
Hi, thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Okay. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought if there is any question. If there is not, I would like to also say thank you for having me today.
Thank you.
It's absolutely a pleasure to work with Bayswater, but also to welcome so many Japanese colleagues. And I'm really excited for what the future holds for this partnership, but also for our opening in Tokyo. And I'm really...
I'm excited. Can I get an invite?
Absolutely. I'm actually really working on, I'm making it my project to absolutely have at least 10 people from Tokyo opening next year. So yes, I'm really, really excited to work on that.
Yeah. Amazing. That sounds great. Yeah, we've got a lot of ideas at Bayswater as well about how we can collaborate in Japan to help, obviously, help you find talent as well. So yeah, very exciting. So thank you very much to you both for your time, and thank you to all of our partners as well for giving us your time today.